like a superstar.
Well, it's been said before. We've touched on it. We know he's got the ability. It's just he just needs to, you know, become the complete package. And this guy could go on and be a multiple world champion.
43.
I mean, Raymond's done very little wrong. He's 103 average. Adrian still sustaining that 107 plus average. Superb. She's going to be happy. Almost looks like he's had enough.
Yeah, I think the towel's kind of fluttering in from the Van Barneveld corner. He doesn't have the air of a man who thinks he can pull it back, does he?
No. I don't think George Noble will be helping him out in any way. Quick.
Oh, it needs to be. I thought that was going to drop out.
All right, trouble 19 for Ball. Lovely finish this one. 88 left.
64.
Now is Lewis going to take the match right here? 83 he wants. Treble 17, he has got double 16 and wins. That is absolutely top-notch. Finishes of 127, 106, 112, 98, 77 before that one, and 83 to take the match. Lewis beats Van Barneveld.
Wow, what a performance from Adrian Lewis. That was sensational. Sensational. 9 legs to 2 against the Raymond Van Barneveld performance, which was more than decent, was verging on excellent, and was powerless, really. Adrian, when he's in that kind of form, will threaten Taylor, anybody who wants to have a pop at him. Nearly 109 average, and actually the checkouts made all the difference. 9 out of 13, 69% is towering from Lewis. Raymond couldn't live with that. 2 out of 11. When he got a chance, and he did get chances, he couldn't compete. 6 maximums each. Tremendous.
Outstanding, unbelievable. As I say over here in Germany, gut gespielt. It just means good darts. That was absolutely fantastic.
Nice that you've got a little cultural...
Got a bit of lingo.
Yeah.
But that was a real Adrian Lewis. Will you please stand up? That was the real Adrian Lewis playing proper darts. Yesterday, sloppy head on. Today, proper.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you mentioned that it felt a bit like watching yourself 6 months ago or 6 years ago, did you say?
Probably 6 years ago, Matt.
Nicely said, Iceman. Listen, we can have a word with Adrian. He's talking to Ned. I think Kate's there too. Let's have a see.
I've done it a few times.
Here they are, Adrian and Kate. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Is that close to the best you've ever played?
Yeah, maybe on telly. I mean, everybody knows me, knows what I can do. And this is the first time I've showed it. I knew I had to win it. I mean, at the end of the day, I won't be in the Grand Slam. I knew I had to play well against Barney because Barney was on fire last night. I turned up there tonight, fully focused, and did my job. Like, catch him under pressure from the start with a 1-2-7. And then, like I said to you early on in the interview, I says, if I'm going to beat him, I've got to hit him early. And I hit him early and kept the pressure on.
Kate, you sat there often enough and watched him. You ever seen him play like that?
Not really, no, but I know that's what he can do.
And he proved it as well today, against that sort of opposition as well. That sort of, I mean, to beat Van Barneveld, you know?
Definitely, yeah. Like you say, I mean, but Barney's probably at form this last couple of months. He got to the final of the Grand Prix, he hasn't reached a final in probably over a year. And I know his form's good, and like I said, I knew I had to be on my top game for beating him, which I showed.
There was a series of about 3 legs there where you were just rattling in everything that you wanted to rattle in. When you're in that sort of zone, does the world around you just get forgotten? Is that how it feels?
I think, if I play like that, there's nobody will beat me. But it's consistency with Phil Taylor. I mean, Phil Taylor does it all the time. I do it every now and then. And if I could do it like he can, at the end of the day, I'm 23, you know. and I'm still learning. I'm still plodding on, and I'm probably the most naturalist talent in the world, like my ability-wise. But I've got to be more consistent.
It has been
spitting on you then.
That's right, Adrian. Hey. Listen, 12.5 grand in the bank.
Yep.
If you get to the final, you're in the Grand Slam.
That's right.
But to get to the final, you've got to get past either Tabard or Manly. Who do you fancy there?
It's going to be close, and I think obviously Manly beating Wade last night. You've got to say Manly, haven't you? But you never know, because Tabard is a fantastic player. I mean, they're all good players who's here. There's no shadow of a doubt of that. But it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, they're all good players, and whoever you play, you've got to play well.
Yeah, you've just added to your lucky routine, by the way. Every tournament from now on, you're going to have to cut your left hand. That's obviously a big part of it, isn't it?
Yeah. It's about time I had a bloody bit of luck anyway.
Well, okay. Well, no, you can swear, it's allowed.
Thank you.
Well, okay, well on, Adrian.
Thank you.
I'll shake your right hand. There we go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, he can't swear. No, he can't. Sorry if anyone was offended. I'm sure they weren't. Obviously, a bulliant Adrian Lewis. Do you know what he reminds me of, with absolute respect to him? A football tournament for some strikers who the less time they have to think in front of goal, the more likely they are to score. Adrian, when he's in that zone, he doesn't even think about it.
You get that with a lot of players who do throw fast. They don't get time to think. It's all about perpetual motion with that. So a lot of players do throw slower. Dennis Priestley for one. But Adrian was just straight into the zone from the word go.
As he said, hit him early and kept hitting him, frankly.
Yeah.
And Raymond stuttered and reeled, really. Let's pick through some of the many moments that littered that match, starting in leg one, 1-2-7.
The first one was pivotal, because Barney came out, missed the bullseye, and then Adrian hit it. 1-2-7 finish, and that was the story of the game all the way through.
Yeah. And leg six, I think there was a 1-2-2. It just kept coming, almost every leg.
But what people have to remember, Barney was on a double at the time.
Yeah.
So these shots hurt.
Yeah.
They hurt the opponent.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about boxing there, these are straight in the solar plexus.
Yeah. Counter punches.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Don't want to overdo the boxing analogies today, but we're getting a few, and they do seem appropriate. Yeah. And actually, there was perhaps more pivotal than anything a moment where Barney had a chance to get himself back in it at 4-2, couldn't take it, and Adrian did him.
Well, it's about putting pressure on.
Yeah.
Adrian with all those finishes and the lead has put the pressure on Barney, and that's why he's missed.
Yeah.
When you're a player stood behind and somebody's playing so well, it's in your mind, you know you have to hit it. Whereas normally if you're just doing the floor, more often hitting than anybody else. But the pressure he was putting on him was from the word go, all the way through.
What he'll have to do is sustain that.
Well, that's always been Adrian's problem in the past. He's such a good player, and that's the real Adrian Lewis there. But he doesn't seem to be able to do it round on round as Phil Taylor does, sometimes Barneveld.
He said that himself, to be fair, didn't
he? He understands that, he knows, but that's, you know, the real Adrian Lewis stood up there, and that's what he needs to do for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thank you very much for the moment, Alan. This is how things stand then on Sunday afternoon here in Frankfurt. We have 3 semi-finalists in place. Adrian Lewis has booked his place in the last 4. We already know that Robert Thornton is through to the last 4. He'll play Phil Taylor, of course, in the last 4. We have one more semi-final berth up for grabs. Alan Taban or Peter Manley, both have been talking to Ned.